All right, so I'm sitting here watching the Monday Night Football game between the Giants and the Steelers. And I gotta say, Pittsburgh, you guys are looking nice. Now, I know it's week one, so I don't want to overreact. But based on what we saw from Baltimore yesterday and from what we've seen from Pittsburgh tonight, it seems like the Steelers and the Ravens are going to fight for this division for yet another year. Both teams have come out and looked sharp. Both defenses have come out and looked nice. So, Pittsburgh is looking to be back in rare form. However, we'll have to see if they can continue that. Defensively for the Steelers, once again, that defensive front, that front seven was malicious. They got to Daniel Jones all night. The linebackers also looked solid. They did their jobs. Now, the secondary for Pittsburgh, once again, it's still suspect. That's something they've been trying to fix for the last couple of years. It's still suspect. Slayton went off against them. He has over 100 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. So that secondary still needs some work. But overall for the defense, they played well. They forced Daniel Jones to throw 2 interceptions, so good for the defense there. That's still his defense. We know what they did last year and how great they were. They came out here today and performed well. Offensively for the Steelers, they looked great. Ben Roethlisberger came out here and showed us why he's a future Hall of Famer. The guy hasn't played football in a year, and he comes out here and looks like he's never missed a day. Over 65% completion, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Great way to start the season for Ben Roethlisberger. You wouldn't think this guy suffered a season-ending injury last season. Heck, you wouldn't even think he's 38. The way he played today, he looked nice. He was making great throws. He was making great plays. He just looked nice. He looked like the Ben Roethlisberger we expect to see. Still is looking nice. Juju had 2 touchdowns on the day. He looked nice. James Conner went down. He got injured. We'll see how that develops in the coming weeks, but in coming days, we'll see what they report. But for the most part, the Steelers, they look like the way you expect the Steelers to be. They're going to compete in this division, and they're probably going to fight for that number 1 spot in the AFC North with Baltimore. So it should be exciting. We'll have to see how they continue to play moving forward. But this is a great way for Ben Roethlisberger and this offense to start out. Because if you saw how Pittsburgh played last season, they almost got to the playoffs with Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph as their quarterback. As long as Ben Roethlisberger plays average, they should make the playoffs. If Ben plays like the way he did tonight, they're going 11-5 at least. They're going 11. If Ben's going to play like this, they can win 10 more games this season. They can challenge Baltimore for that 1 spot for the division crown, and we'll just see what happens there. So, if you're a Steelers fan, you got to like what you're seeing tonight. Ben Roethlisberger hasn't missed a beat. Obviously, as a veteran, he's dealt with injuries like this before, and he's come back and still played well. So, he comes out and does it once again. Right now, they're just it's a 10-point game. Game's already over. The Steelers are just putting it away. Giants have no chance to win this. So, a fantastic start by the Steelers. As for the Giants, defensively, you guys got so much work to do. Joe Judge is going to have to look at these guys and just, I don't know, man, this defense. This defense. I don't know what they were doing today, but for some reason, they couldn't make a tackle to save their lives. These Steelers receivers, they were getting so many yards after catches. I don't know what they were doing. There was so much poor tackling for the Giants tonight. That defense needs some work. I don't know what they're going to do moving forward, but that defense definitely needs some work. Yeah, the game's over. Ben takes a knee. Steelers are going to be 1-0 to start the season. Giants go down 0-1. But, man, the Giants' defense does not look nice. Offensively, if anything, Slayton looked nice. In the run game, the Steelers' front 7 shut down the run game. Saquon Barkley couldn't run a lick on this team. I think he has 15 carries for 6 rushing yards. 6! Good Lord, that Steelers defense locked him up. As for Daniel Jones, I saw a lot of good things, and I saw a few bad things. He made a lot of good throws. One of them being that beautiful touchdown pass to Slayton down the field. but he also made a lot of bad plays. One being his second interception, where he just forced the ball into the end zone. There's pressure coming at him. Instead of protecting the ball and taking the sack, because he's gonna get sacked either way. You're gonna get sacked. The pressure's right there. You're gonna get sacked. You're rolling to your left. Get down and protect the ball. Instead, he chooses to force the ball into the end zone. It gets picked off by Hayward, and that kind of ends the drive for them there, and about seals the game because Ben Roethlisberger goes down the field, and the rest is history for this game. Though late in the game, Daniel Jones did score another touchdown. You know, he did throw another touchdown to Slayton, but at that point the game's pretty much over. So Giants, you guys got some work to do. Defensively, these guys gotta play better. You gotta play better. Offensively, you guys got to be able to execute. Oh, yeah, by the way, one thing I didn't talk about, that offensive line for the Giants, they couldn't protect Daniel Jones at all today. They couldn't protect Daniel Jones, and they certainly couldn't block and give any holes for Saquon to do his thing. That offensive line was not great today. They did not show up and play well. That's not a good thing. So, that offensive line needs work. Their defense needs work. And Daniel Jones, he's got to execute better, man, because you can't be making those plays. You can't throw that second pick the way you did. I saw a lot of good things from him, but I also saw a lot of bad things. Giants still got some work to do, and the Steelers are looking sharp, and they're looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers we expect to see. So, in terms of the NFC East, the Giants lose. I don't think the only team that, think about it now. Washington's the only team that won. Because they went up against the Eagles and beat them. Eagles lost, Cowboys lost, now Giants lost. Washington's number one in the NFC East right now. But it's only week one, and the NFC East is one of the most unpredictable divisions in all of football, so who knows how that's going to go. In terms of the AFC North, Cleveland lost to Baltimore, and Cincinnati lost a game they shouldn't have lost because their kicker just couldn't. First of all, that penalty should have never happened. That penalty should have never happened. They should have never been in the position to kick that field goal. But whatever. And the missed field goal, terrible. Not only does a kicker miss the field goal, but he injures his hamstring. How do you... Wow, I don't even know, man. That's just messed up. I felt so bad for Joe Burrow because he showed out in his first game as a rookie, but to lose like that sucks. But yeah, in terms of the AFC North, Cleveland and Cincinnati lost, Baltimore and Pittsburgh won, so it should be an interesting division to see for the AFC North this season. We'll see how that goes. Thursday Night Football's gonna come up. We got the Browns and Bengals playing, so we'll see how that goes Thursday. As for what's coming up next, we got the Broncos and we got the Titans, so I can't wait to watch it. It should be a great game. That's all I got for this quick recap, and I'm gonna go watch this other Monday Night Football game. Peace out.